wave lines, signs, and symbols are sending messages from the realm of opposites to both hemispheres of my brain. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Olga Onuzola, and I'm a holistic healer, tarot reader, and visual artist. This is an improv video. It's going to be about my tarot oracle decks from last year, which I haven't shared yet, so this video is mostly for the tarot community. I think that's enough content for this one video. There are a lot of subjects that I've really been looking forward to share with you guys. I made a whole list of the things that I want to talk about so that I can just tune in when I find a little gap between the daily tasks. So this is my new office. This is the attic, our attic. And we moved in last April, and it's a new built home, so there has been a lot that we needed to take care of. Oh, that way is the camera. Anyways, we've been so busy. So last week or something, I found a couple of boxes that I hadn't unpacked yet, and a couple of weeks ago my life partner found this closet with a desk, and so now I finally have my little vibe again. I did plan on making this video, so I have a little notes about some of the decks. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Oh yeah, that's an oracle. It's my least favorite. So enthusiastic. Margaret Pearson. This is amazing. The Tao Oracle. This is my first Rider-Waite deck. And you know what? I'll start with this. The Golden Art Tarot, the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. So the Rider-Waite is the most popular deck there is in tarot, and this isn't the traditional original one. I don't own the original one, so this is a book about the original one. So normally it looks like this for the people who have no idea what tarot is yet. But probably everybody who's watching this already knows what it's about. So I never really felt connected with the images, and I think partially that is because I have a tendency to dislike everything that's popular, and I think that comes from a place that I really feel the urge to make a change. And with that, I don't mean, how can I explain this? I don't know, there's just this urge in me, this passion, yeah, to make a change, to find different things. And I think this started in my early teenager years, where I explored and found out and actually already transformed pain into power, because I come from a different type of family than most of the children in my primary school. Wow, I started talking about the newest decks, but see where this already goes. Our family was different, and I was different, and in primary school there had been times where I felt left out, but in high school I got friends who were more like-minded, and they were also different. They most of them came from different backgrounds than typical Dutch, by the way. And I come from a artist family. My father was a musician. He passed away in 2005, and my mom always painted and was into herbs and astrology. But anyway, so I felt the connection with other things, and I transformed this loneliness or this pain of being left out into my strength. Actually, this is the strength card on the box. You know, yeah. Suddenly I was like, fuck this shit. I am different, and that's one of my strengths. You know. So, and besides that, I feel the urge of, yeah, the necessity of change in our society as well. So everything that's popular, I feel like it's part of capitalism or something. It's not. Yeah, okay, let's go back to the deck. So, but this one is a bit more fancy than the original one, because it has this gold in it, and I haven't shuffled this. And I'm really happy with it, because I do really appreciate the traditional symbolism of the Rider-Waite deck. And I have been doing some research to find out what specific Rider-Waite deck would fit me, because I've been practicing tarot for 8 years now. I'm not per se a real collector, in the sense that if most of you tarot collectors in the community have way more decks than I have. I don't know how much I have, but if you're new to tarot, you could say that I'm a collector, because I don't know, I have 20 decks, no, 25, 30, I don't know. So there had to be a Rider-Waite, and I chose this one, yeah, because it has the traditional imagery, but in a more fancy way. And I also bought it because I do see and feel and experience that this traditional imagery is really good to work with when I do readings for clients, because they do give quick messages, and often, especially on the hotline, psychic hotline chat that I work on at mediumchat.nl, if you're Dutch and you would like to check that out. You know, people, my clients, log in with credits. They pay by credits, and it goes really fast. So many of them want quick answers, which is very paradoxical in a sense, because especially for certain work. But anyways, it's really handy for my business side of my tarot practice. And then the Margaret Peterson, let's go to this one. I've seen this on, what's her channel's name? I haven't been active on YouTube for so long. She has, tarot community, you guys know this channel. She has, you never see her face, you only see her hands, and her background is always this cobalt blue, lovely fabric. And she has great deck collection, and I love the way she talks about it. Is it Rose Honey Ritual? No, I'll link her below. I saw this deck on her channel, and it's very etherical, very atmospheric, and the majors are quite different from the court cards. And the minor arcana is, oh yeah, I was actually zooming in on the suit of cups, because it's such an unusual, I was actually thinking about making a separate video about this, because it's such an unusual cups deck, because as you can see, it's yellow. I think they're all yellow. They're all yellow. They're mixed media arts, and they all have these squares in it. This light is a bit messing with the image. They all have these squares in it, the yellow and squares, which is so not the world of water. But I mean, obviously you can find water in it, because here you see the scene is a coast. Maybe I should lower this light a little bit. Let's see if that, and this is also clearly a water drop. Deep waters, 8 of Cups. This is a very intuitive deck. I love this moon card. It's a great deck to work with if you're an intuitive reader. And the book, I really like the book as well. So the cards are pretty big, so it's not very great to shuffle. I'll just pick this one. This one is looking at me. So 6 of Feathers. It's funny that I'm talking so swift, because I actually really love to take my time for my videos, but I don't have a lot of time to do these anymore. And also I know how fast everybody is moving and how fast everybody is distracted by all types of stuff. So I feel a bit obliged to put a lot of stuff in it in a quick time, but it really actually goes against what I want. But anyway, 6 of Feathers. Focusing different modes of thoughts, networking, changing unproductive and self-sabotaging patterns of thinking. Be willing to learn from other people and to take in new information, exchange of ideas. Networking is all about realizing our interdependency. Perceive yourself to be part of an intricately interwoven system. Focus your different mental goals and connect them to new ways of thinking. Cultivate a harmonious relationship between your mind and your feelings. It's funny that that card popped out, because my mind was so swift, and I was actually kind of talking about that. But I wanted to share this Hangman. I want to talk about the Hangman archetype in another video, because this is my card of the year. My personal card of the year. I actually wanted to share a court card. Daughter of Cups. Let's just do Daughter of Cups. Daughter of Cups. My mother gave the gift of serenity and devotion to me. My father gave me tears. My brother, compassion. So it really gives this family, you know, it talks about this whole family and the relationships they have with each other, which is very unique, I think. And it's such a different way of explaining, or more so expressing a personality. Safely resting in my own shadow, I drift along and reach my goal. The goal is inside of me, and I am being carried by non-doing. Wave lines, signs, and symbols are sending messages from the realm of opposites to both hemispheres of my brain. Through the pores of my soul's skin, I hear the soft choruses, chores of pulsating rhythms of water. Again, through the pores of my soul's skin, I hear the soft chores of pulsating rhythms of water. Music flows through the network of nerves and veins. I travel upon the wave patterns of my skin and see myself through the eyes of others. I travel to the house of fear and hidden emotions, all the while knowing that my sister Freedom lives there. Love it. An old reality dissolves and perishes. Tiny little phantoms hiding in the folds of my diaphragm. Diaphragm. Yeah, that's it, right? Lose themselves in the wind. I sense that all that life is. I sense that all that life's is in a wow, I'm so tired, guys. my man was right. He was like, you need to lay down and sleep a little bit. And then he looked at me and I said nothing, and he said, but I know you really want to do your stuff as well. And here I am doing my stuff, but I'm not fully here, but this is my passion, you know. Tiny little phantoms hiding in the folds of my diaphragm. Wow. Oh my God. Diaphragm. Lose themselves in the wind. I sense that all that lives is in a constant state of flux and will lead me to my creative source. So this is such a lovely and well thought out piece of, you know, art, message. And excuse me for my interruption of stuttering and wrong pronunciation, but the most important thing is you did get a idea of what it is about. It was so lovely. It really spoke about so many layers, and even in those texts, your intuition can really pick up on things. And I also love the way how it spoke about nerves, because the nervous system is something that not only me, but I noticed that more people are becoming more aware of what it is and what it does, and why, I guess most of us why our nervous system is so overwhelmed by everything that's happening, and how it plays such a big role in healing. And it has been something that came to my awareness during my healing period around 2015, so years ago. But it came back, and I need to, and I want to study it more, as well as actually the brain and the right and the left hemispheres of the brain, and how it works and what connection it has to the feminine side and the masculine side, and how women and men can understand each other better. And yeah, so I love how this deck really shines light on such depth of layers. So I'm very pleased with this one. And then I have this one, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, which is my least favorite of last year, and that is because what did I wrote down? Because I wrote some stuff down. too mass market commercial was my first impression, yeah. But the purpose of why I bought this was also for the psychic hotline, as a tool for guidance and support and practical inspiration also. And it's funny because this is actually a kind of deck that I thought that I would never buy. It reminds me of the decks that commercial stores sell, like health stores that are still a bit commercial. They tend to have these sections where they also sell a couple of spiritual stuff or metaphysical stuff, and sometimes they have like 4 decks, and these type of decks is then one of them. So it's, and I'm like, yeah, it's not really, but it does, you know, I do like it just as an adding to my collection. Sometimes I like to step out of my, I wouldn't say per se comfort zone, but sometimes I do like to find depth and find inspiration in stuff that initially doesn't really inspire me, or initially doesn't really seem very deep. Yeah, I think I'll stick to this. So it is, oh, and there's another video that I'm making about this deck and another deck about a kind of deck modification that you have never seen before, which I'm 100%. Oh yeah, I have the, also have the, so there's another, the Conscious Spirit, which I completely love, but it's downstairs and I don't really feel like going there now, getting it. So I also have the Tao Oracle. I think this is the first that I bought last year. After I purchased it, I found out that it's from the same maker of the Osho Tarot, which I don't like at all. Funny enough. But this one is pretty cool. Some cards are super beautiful, other cards I'm not that into. For example, this imagery is not my cup of tea. But, and this isn't either. I think it's made by several artists. I'm not sure. This Gauguin type of art I really like. What shall I say about it? The blues. I love the blues. I think it's the same artist. Yeah, this deck is great for myself and for my clients. And it feels very, very holistic, because I can get messages from my intuition in cooperation with these cards, with these images, but it's also quick if needed, because it also has these keywords. And another thing that I like is that it also works with casting coins. And last week I finally found the coins that I wanted to use. They're 3 guilders, guldens, and these were the type of coins, the currency that the Netherlands had before the euros. And I'm an old school gal, so I used to pay with these. And one is from my birth year, 1987. And the other is from 1997. And this one is from 77. And so I figured it would be pretty cool to use them, but I'm not really sure how to use them yet, but I'll figure that out. There are 2 decks that are amazing that I bought in this year, so I'm going to share those in another video. But I don't think, oh yeah, so I have this series about the Marielle Tarot, and I have like 8 videos or something where I explore these cards intuitively, and before I gave birth to our son, I have notes of 3, 6 cards still, so I will do these. So if you've been enjoying that series, which you can check in my playlist, if you like symbology in general, it's nice to check that out. If you have the Marielle Tarot, it's nice for you as an adding to your studies. Maybe I'll do Marielle Tarot reading now. No, not a tarot reading, tarot video. You know what? I'm going to rest. I'll probably edit this video and end up working still, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys feel more rested than I do, but you know, it doesn't matter because I have so much passion for this that it does give me energy as well. Yeah. Next week is Imok, and I'm planning to go to the forest and connect with Mama Nature. And this time of the year, the first signs of spring, even though we're still in midwinter, the snowdrops and the light that returns and the promise of spring, it is what it's really about. I really love Imok. Although I would have liked to see some more snow, but it's all good. I'm going to press the button and stop the video. Let me know what you thought about these decks. Let me know if you have them, or if there's something else that you would like to hear or would like to know about the decks. Yeah. So, as I almost always say, a lot of more stuff is coming. Bear with me because I'm sleep deprived, but I'm blessed and very thankful for this life and all that it offers me, and we're protected, we're blessed. See you.